everyone, it's Nova. I'm going to show you 12 summer decks. These are tarot and oracle decks that I only use in summer. The summer vibes are so strong that I cannot use them in any other time of the year. I am very sensitive to the seasonal vibes in the decks though. I don't think everyone has my problem. But anyways, let's get into it. I've chosen only mass market decks, so you don't leave this video with a lot of envy. You can get any of these decks that you want on Amazon. Okay, the first one is the Pre-raphaelite Tarot by Giuliano Costa. This is a Los Scarabeo production from many years ago. I have this deck for many years. I don't know when. I really cannot remember. Let's see if there's a date on it. No, but you can buy this on Amazon all over the world. Comes with this little guidebook in all different languages. And I have edged mine. These are the bags. I've edged it in green. Oh, I have put it in order. I put back some of my decks in order because I do side-by-side comparisons. So I don't think I need to do a side-by-side comparison for this one. So let's just get it out of order. So here you have the Fool, and the Magician is a woman. Here's the High Priestess. And here you have the Empress. So I'm going to show you guys some of the cards. If I show you all the cards, because there are 12 decks, there will be a lot. You get a feel of them, right? If I show you just a few cards. I will try to show you guys like half of each deck. So as you see, the summer vibes are really strong here. The whole deck is like this. It's like Pre-raphaelite art in a, I don't know, a bit cartoonish way. But it's just really easy to read with. This is a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. And I don't know, it's just a very comfortable deck. It's like a comfort deck. Like comfort food. The colors are strong, as you see. It's super detailed and colorful. Looks like I did show you all the cards. Okay, so this was the first one, the Pre-raphaelite Tarot. This is such a smooth reader, by the way. And it pairs with all these witchy and pagan decks. It pairs easily with many decks. Next is Yoga Tarot by Massimiliano Filadoro and Adriana Farina. This is also published by Lo Scarabeo recently, like last year. It comes in this beautiful box. This is such a beautiful deck. The box is really high quality. The cardstock is just completely something else than their usual cardstock. The guidebook is still in different languages though, but it gives you spreads and everything. As I was saying, the cardstock is really something else. I've edged it myself. These are the gorgeous backs. And look how colorful and beautiful this deck is. So it's mostly yoga poses. If it's not a pose, it's a concept. Like this one, the Moon card. So it's either a pose or a concept. And it's just really colorful and summery. It's just, for me, this is summer. The summer vibes are so strong that I cannot use it in winter. All the decks that I'm showing you, to me, the summer vibes are so strong that I use them only in summer, not even in spring. Like I bring them out at this time of the year. I'm filming this in mid-June, 10th of June. and like I brought it out today, literally today. The cardstock is matte, thicker than your usual Los Carabeo cardstock. It's a bit like some of Red Feather cardstocks. You know, you have these matte Schiffer's cardstock that are quite thick, not too thick, but they're quite thick and sturdy. Okay, so I showed you all the cards with this one too. Let me know, guys, which one are you going to get, if you're going to get any of them, or which one of these do you like, you have and use. If you have any of them and you don't like it anymore and you're not using it anymore, I would like to know your stories about the decks that I'm showing you. Okay, next is the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, published by Hay House a few years ago. Love these boxes. I really like this deck. The guidebook is written by Chris Ann and it's amazing. The cards, I've edged it in green. Should have edged it in pink though. So this deck for me again, first of all, you have all the kings are in landscape. The rest is just vertical, as you see. This deck is also very summery to me. This is a colorful collage deck. And as you see, the colors are light and bright for the most part. It does have a few darker cards, but it's still pretty much like, I don't know, summery vibes. Like, look at this one. This is one of the most intuitive decks that I have. It works for me, but it's also because I'm very much used to it. Like, I've used it more than most of my decks. I've used this deck maybe, I don't know, 50 times by now. What do you think? Love this one. Really like this one. This is 9 of materials. It's 9 of coins. The suit of coin is material. This justice card is really cool. The voices are the swords. Emotions are water. It's pretty much obvious. And inspiration is suit of fire. Okay, I showed you all the cards with this one too. Let's see if I can do that with all the decks then. I really like these boxes as well. Mass market decks are so good nowadays. Okay, next one is Whispers of the Ocean by Angela Hartfield. Artwork by Yekaterina Golovanova. This is a Blue Angel publishing product. Look at this box. I really like Blue Angel decks. So this is the box. This is the beautiful guidebook. You get this much per card. It's written really nicely. These are the backs. These are the edges that I have done. So look at this deck. It is so summery, and it really, like, when I use this deck, it's like I'm in the ocean, not even on the beach. It takes me in there. I've done diving, like scuba diving. I mean, as a amateur, I've done a few times diving. In Australia I have done, and in Fujairah in UAE, United Arab Emirates. In Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt I have done diving. And like 7 meters max because I'm an amateur. But I've seen some stuff. It's always for me that it takes me there, and it is just pure summer. The cards are those thick, buttery Blue Angel cardstock that goes so well with this theme. It's just really nice. Okay, next is, let me see which one to show you after this one. The Witch's Wisdom Tarot. I really like the guidebook. It has this gorgeous high quality cover and spreads, and it has a whole system of its own. I read it when I received it. It was like 3 years ago, and these are the backs. I have done the edging again. Let me zoom in. So look at these cards. Look how summery they are. I use this deck always like an oracle deck. It is a tarot deck, but because it is so, it has its own system. The name of the like Council of All Beings is number 21. It's renamed, and Witch of Earth, Goddess of Air, Goddess of Fire, Messenger of Fire, Guardian. As you see, it's easier to read it like an oracle deck. And also the card size is oracle size. And it pairs so well with so many of my tarot decks. I love this one, Wisdom Keeper, number 17. So you either have to learn the whole system, read the guidebook and practice it, which is fine if you have the time. I don't have the time. I have too many decks, to be honest. I unfortunately don't get to spend that much time on each deck. And I mean, I do spend quite a lot of time reading some of my guidebooks, but they're more special to me than this one. Although this is really nice too. Look how beautiful it is. This is again extremely summery for me. Like I cannot even take it out in spring. Look how cool this one is. Two of Air. It's brilliant. Okay. So I didn't have to tell you that I'm going to show you half of the decks. I am showing you all of the cards. It is going smoothly. So let's keep it that way. Oracle of the Roses by Sherilyn Darcy. This one was published by Rockpool a few years ago. It's a gorgeous deck. A deck of 44 divinely illustrated cards and guidebook. Vintage botanical artwork brings the rose archetype energies alive. It's so true. This deck is brilliant. So these are the backs. It comes gilded like this in this metallic fuchsia color. This is the guidebook. The guidebook is so good. So this is about archetypes, and it explains the archetype here for you, and also a little bit about this particular breed of rose, because these are all roses. It's actually so interesting that we have all these types of roses. Like, did you know that? I didn't even know. This deck introduced me to this fact that there are so many roses. Like, I've seen some of them. Like, I did not even know that this is a rose, or this is a rose, or even I did not know this one was a rose. This one, yes. And this deck is very nostalgic to me, because when I was a child, We had some of these roses in our garden. And also my aunties and uncles had some of these roses in their garden. And as a child, I used to play in the garden a lot. So these are extremely nostalgic for me. So this is how they're done. First of all, it tells you what type of rose this is. Like this one is a modern garden rose. This one is old garden rose. The archetype, like this one is the outsider. And then the name of the rose, which this one is Duchess of Edinburgh rose. How cool. It's so beautiful. So here you have old garden rose is the type, the artist is the archetype, and the name of the rose is Rubens rose. The cardstock is amazing. The cards are matte and tea-stained look. It's just a fabulous deck. This is a summer deck to me because I always used to play in the gardens when I was a kid in the summer, because we had summer holidays, so we were in the garden the whole day during the summer, and all these roses were there. So this is my beloved rose deck, which I highly recommend because the guidebook is also really good. Next one is a deck that recently came out mass market. This used to be a indie deck. Rainbow Tarot, 78 cards, and guidebook. Guidebook by Kyrie or Syrie Jarrell Johnson. I apologize if I butchered your name. Art and concept by Solazo. The guidebook is interesting. Look at this. Are you done playing mind games with other people? Do you have the courage to be your whole self? The Queen of Swords is in total control of themselves. Blah, blah, blah. It's really nice. It is a RWS clone, but the guidebook is really cool. And I do have an unboxing and quick review of it that I will link in the description box. These are the gorgeous bags. Look at this gilding. This deck looks so good in a spread. This is one of the best looking decks in a spread. That's one thing. The other thing is that it's a smooth reader because it's just RWS. And also because it is very expressive, like all these characters have really strong expressions in their faces and the body, the whole body language and everything. The colors help also, like because each card has its own color palette. Putting them next to each other somehow separates them more from each other. Like you can pay attention to the detail of each card a lot better. It's just, in my opinion, this is one of the best decks to get a smooth and easy yet profound reading because of all the things that I mentioned. Like there are so many good RWS clones with expressive faces and body language and everything, but the color coding of the cards also helps a lot. As you see, each card has a different, completely different color palette, yet they go so well together. This is really clever. At the same time, it's like it's a cute deck. They all look cute. Like ever since I have it, which is like less than a month. No, it's a month. Every time I don't know which deck to pick, I will pick this one. So I've done quite a lot of readings with it already. I really recommend this one, guys. And if you want to buy it, go and check my unboxing of it because I was surprised when I received it. There was a big surprise there, and I'm not going to tell you what, so that you go and watch my other video too. I know that's very mean. But what to do? Anyway, seriously, I really recommend this one. Okay, next is, of course, Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle by Lorraine Anderson and Juliette Diaz, illustrated by Tiana Lukovic. Masterpiece by Rockpool. Look at these backs and the gilding. So this is the latest of the whole series of Seasons of the Witch. You most probably know the series, right? This has been all over the internet for years, this series. For 3 years, I think. For a good reason as well. So this is all about litha. Paper boats. So of course I will only read this one and use this one in summer. That's how I am. I am very seasonal with everything. With food, with activities, with books and decks and even movies and everything. With my clothing, of course, and the colors of my nails, everything. I am very affected by the energy of the seasons because I love every season. I absolutely love every single season. I can smell the air. Like if you put me in a season with closed eyes and I don't know where it is and when it is, from the smell in the air I can tell you which season we are in. It's a gorgeous deck. It's so good, and it's like under 20 euros, I think. I bought it already like 2 months ago. It's out for a good 2 months now. Really recommend this one as well. Guidebook is amazing. Okay, next one is Mystical Forest, which was released last year, edited by Cecilia Katari and illustrations by Wes Gama. This one was published by Andrews Macmill Publishing. Sturdy, high quality box and thick guidebook. I have done the edging myself. These are the backs. The guidebook is good. It has one flaw. It does not tell you why these animals were chosen for the minors, for the pips. And they're not obvious. Most of them are not. Some of them are, but most of them are not. Anyways, that is the only flaw. It is also a little bit flimsy. That's another flaw. It's a bit flimsy, but it's not too... It's not a really bad quality, you know. It's still amazing. It reads so well. I am still very happy that I paid like 20 something, like 20, I don't know, 4 euros or something for it. I'm still very happy with that. The cards are a bit larger, a tad bit larger than your standard tarot card, and the exotic vibes on this deck. The southern vibes. Gorgeous. When I received this deck last year, I received this with like last summer with another, at least 30 other amazing decks, and I used this one more than all of them together. That's how much I enjoy using and reading with this deck. It reads very well for me, but I am used to animal energy. I have maybe, I don't know how many animal decks. I know I did a video recently about my animal decks. I had like 40 something animal decks in that video. I am used to animal energy. I will also put a link to that video, my animal decks. Also, I have a proper review and flip through and test drive and everything, pairings and everything with this deck that I will link in the description box for you. If you want to buy this deck, I really recommend you watch my video about it, because I've done everything you can imagine. Test shuffle, guidebook. I read the guidebook, pulled a card or a few cards, put them in a spread, paired these cards with other decks. Okay, we have 3 more to go. Next is the Queer Tarot by Ashley Molesso, and Chess Needham. So this is another beautiful mass market deck by RP Studio, and this is a queer deck, obviously, because I always pull it out in June. Like always, I have this for, I think, last summer and the summer before, right? I think so. I think this is the third summer. So because of the queer month, I always take this one out. The guidebook is, look how cool the guidebook is. It's so colorful and so much information. It's written so well. Quite chunky guidebook. And then, guys, I am one of those few people that really love this cardstock. It is thick, it is very soft and very matte, and I love it. I love this type of cardstock. I know Honeyloo also really loves this type of cardstock. She also just loves this deck, and me too. I absolutely love this deck. Not just because June is the queer month, not just because of that. Because of its color palette and the whole vibe is extremely summer. I mean, summerier than this you cannot get. Look how cool this deck is. I love it. It's so funky, colorful, and just, again, you see the body language that is depicted in this deck. Look at this one. It's awesome. Look at these guys. And the sandals that they're wearing. It's so good. So I took it out today. It's gonna be on my desk at least for a few readings, because I just really love it. What do you think? I know most people don't like this cardstock. I know that. I cannot imagine why, because it feels so good. They are a bit larger than your standard tarot cards, but I have large hands. I don't have any problem shuffling this deck. I do not riffle shuffle it. I overhand shuffle it. I'm so happy that I have it. It makes me so happy. Okay, two more to go. African Goddess Rising Oracle by Abiola Abrams. This was published by Hay House, right? Yeah, Hay House. So, okay, about this one, I don't even have to convince you why it's a summer deck. I really like the fact that in the most short and sweet way, it introduces you to all these beautiful African goddesses. Like, it tells you this one is Erzuli Dantor, goddess of etheric chords, and then it's from Haiti. Temple is lovers, element is fire, and then it explains the card. It gives you her guidance, the embodiment, and goddess declaration. I love guidebooks like this. These are the backs. I've edged it. I'm not gonna try to pronounce their names though, because it is disrespectful if I pronounce them wrong. So, like, this one is easy to read. Queen Nandi. So beautiful. So beautiful, guys. This deck has really good keywords. Speak up, feeling safe, shine, wounded heart, Sekhmet. So you have goddesses from all over Africa. And Africa is summer, right? I mean, not the whole Africa. I actually went to South Africa in August in 2012, and I was freezing, but I was in Cape Town. And I was freezing because it's winter at that time in South Africa. But then we drove up towards Durban, and in Durban was much better. Durban is north South Africa. So yeah, this is my beautiful summery goddess deck. This is the 4th or 5th summer that I'm going to use this deck. And actually I'm making this video, guys, because I pulled some summer decks out to leave them on my desk, and then I thought to myself, let me make this a video. First gather some mass market decks because of you guys, but when I finish this video I'm gonna put some indie decks also. Do you want me to do an indie video as well, like a indie summer decks? Let me know. Okay, the last one is Soul Flower Plant Spirit Oracle by Lisa Easterbrook, 44 card deck and guidebook. This deck is so good, so good. I have this one also for, I don't know, 6 years maybe. I used it for a long time with the phrases, because it comes with this much phrases. Like, you get, the cards are this much bigger, like you have this part here. So you get the name of the plant, the keyword for it, and then some key phrases that are very interesting. But then I decided to remove that part because it looks nicer like this. It looks cozier and nicer. These are the backs. We have different color backs. Very summery, all of them. I have edged it. And let me show you. You see this part here? You get this part in the bottom of the card as well. The cards look nicer without that white part with a lot of words underneath. And a lot smaller, easier to handle. The guidebook is really nice. Look how much you get per card. Forget-me-not, awareness. A lot of this is about the medicinal component. It is very much about healing, basically. Healing with these plants. Look how beautiful these cards are. This deck pairs so well with so many different art styles. Just try it. Just try this deck with your most difficult to pair tarot or Lenormand or oracle deck and see what happens. I should actually, just because of that, I should actually use this deck during winter and autumn and spring as well. Not only with the looks, also with the keywords and everything. The whole vibe of this deck just pairs with everything. And look how beautiful it is. I really recommend getting this deck. You also learn so much from the guidebook. Alright guys, this was it. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet and you think you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification also so you get notified whenever I publish a video. I thank you so much for watching and staying with me to the end, and I hope to see you in the next one.